Hello everyone and welcome back to Victoria 3. We are fighting in a war that we did not want any part of. We were attacked by the Austrians. Terrible, terrible, atrocious happenstance as they attempt to cut us down to size for, well, puppeting the Ottoman Empire. And the Ottomans are fighting on our side. We have tried to pass agrarianism as well. This is not really working, and we're going to give up on that for just a minute. Before I go into the rest of the war, let's just take a look and see. Nothing really we can do here except for cultural exclusion, which would appease a fair number of the masses. So we're going to give that a try. It is, of course, a better law than racial discrimination, so that at least offers some sort of improvement. In the meantime, we are, it looks like, defending here. 51 defense versus 34 offense, but we might not quite have the numbers. So let's see. They're taking more morale loss than we are, so that's at least promising. And let's take a look. With the completion of a couple factories, our economy is a little bit better, but we're running out of authority. Not exactly great. But at least we are pushing through. So it looks like we will lose this. Yeah, we're going to lose that. That's okay. Oh. We've just had the classic Victoria 3 experience of a complete splintering of all of these different fronts. So let's make the most of it and move a couple guys around, get into a couple of places where there's nobody to stop us, and push through even further into Austria as their war support is just plummeting week after week. This is what you like to see. 79 to 51, and yeah, I mean, we're losing a little bit more territory here, but we're going to definitely be able to push them faster than they can push us. Now, we will need to go back to the defensive because this is just embarrassing, but when we're attacking, they're at least not. Yeah, okay. Not exactly great. We're fighting, I think, against the Dutch here, but the Ottomans are taking a bad engagement. Well, we might have celebrated a little too early, but I don't think everything is quite lost. Not yet. We're still holding out. Holy cow, jeez, that's horrible. Yeah, okay, let's have aggressive maneuver and we have poor visibility, so we have compounding problems one after another in that fight. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Alright. Let's take a look at this. 203 infamy. We're going to potentially get cut down to size again as well. Not exactly an ideal situation here. Let's see, do we lose territory when we lose the attack? No. Ooh. Maybe a little. Hard to say, honestly. Keeping my general, let's go back to the defensive. This guy is Alexander Chernyshov, who is an expert in defensive strategy. Plus 30% defense will be able to keep us alive a little bit better there. The Ottomans, what the hell happened there? That front was not pushed through. Son of a bitch, they did the same thing to us that we do to them. They got an open front, and they exploited it. And because all of my generals got reshuffled around, we don't have anyone there. So let's go here. And push back into Thessaly, which is currently unguarded as well. I mean, this is just bullshit. This is all it is. It's just bullshit. This is front management bullshit that Victoria 3 is deciding to inflict upon us. 9 more days until we get the engagement here, and yeah, our men are losing. This is going to be a study in how to lose every fight, and yet hopefully still win the war, as yeah, I mean, we're at 71.5 to 21.4. We can't quite go for a white peace, but we could soon, which is something to consider. In terms of what we need, dyes, sugars. Do we have anywhere to make dyes? Resources? No, not really. Sugars, though, we can do, because that's going to be from some rice farms. Oh, just Azerbaijan. How do I get more sugars? Wheat farms. There we go. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we'll queue up a couple in Kiev, currently under partial occupation, and Luhansk, which is also under... Well, no, they're fine. They're fine, they're fine. Can we please push through here? We've had them outnumbered for a while now. This is pretty pathetic. They're Dutch. We're Russian. How are we not defeating the Dutch? I don't know. But at least we're still regaining some ground. I don't know how they took that so quickly. And we're taking forever to take it back, but it looks like we're pushing through here. Stopped in the battle for Maribor. I wish we could go west, close that off. But that, at least, is the battle for Zagreb, which will go in our favor. It's another step. It's another step onto Austrian territory when that is not something that they can afford. And for right now, anyway, we kind of can. So this is nearly closed. Can't imagine their army is healthy. That has to be just... I mean... yeah, they're at half strength. Oh, the Dutch are fighting at half strength. But the Ottomans are screwing us because they're fighting at less than half strength. If you just let the Russian army fight there, we'd be fine. We would be fighting in good strength. Okay, so the Finns are attacking, because the Finns are evidently stupid. And we're attacking, because we're evidently stupid. 39... so these two fronts merged. Great. Great, great, great. By which I mean not great at all. Gold rush. Let's spread the word in Alaska. And we might be able to get gold fields. No. So just the passive gain then. And even though this is at plus 11, I need to be able to bring people's standard of living up because our radicals are getting out of hand and our standard of living is in the absolute pits. So let's kill the consumption tax on porcelain. It's really not giving us all that much anyway. Let's kill the consumption tax on luxury furniture. And that will at least alleviate some of this. But we need... I mean, this is the least factories I've had by this point as Russia, pretty much ever. Usually you can get up to around 80, 90 factories by this point. So our production is incredibly slow because we're spending all of our money on the military. Yeah, not great. Not great at all. Hopefully, though, we can go back to agrarianism from traditionalism after this. Let's get... well, that is gold, it does not glitter. Hopefully make people a little bit less pissed at us all the damn time. And the Ottomans, can you guys just let the Russians fight, please? It's the second fight in a row. Just let my army fight. We're here. We're way stronger than you. This is why we're defending against the Netherlands there. So just let us fight. We're there. We're there to fight. Stop. Stop. Just, Okay, blunder from the Austrians and surprise maneuver from us is going to get some sort of advantage, and these two fronts have not merged, but we're doing the idiotic thing again. Cool. So let's get you guys and go to the 0 front here to close that out, at least. We do have now an advantage in the Balkans, which is pretty nice. Let's see. We're going to use it by attacking into half strength. This is so stupid. Well, such is life. Such is life indeed. At least this is going pretty well. We are defending against the Netherlands. I don't think this war will last all that much longer. Tsar intervenes. Tsars will be done. I want cultural exclusion. I think that'll definitely help because Russia is such a multi-ethnic state. So you can get a lot of radicals from ethnic discrimination. Standard of living is driving most of it, though, and that's something we kind of knew would happen at this point. Not great. Not great at all. Duchy of Finland versus Austria, and finally, are we fighting here? No, still the Ottomans. Jeez, they're just running each other out completely. Okay, so there's a peace deal proposed, and it's in favor of us. So Austrian war reparations. Yeah, let's take it. They'll give us some money. And that'll end the war, which will allow us to demobilize. Plus 57,000. How much of that? Let's look at those diplomatic packs. This is all from diplomacy. And it looks like 22.7 from Austria. So, you know what? Let's lower this. We'll keep the consumption taxes, lower the taxation level. The reason for that is it's entirely self-interest. It basically will allow us to decrease the rate of radical increase compared with, I'll just show you. Here it is. So plus 50% radicals from standard of living decreases plus 25%. So even though we'll still generate some off the liquor, we're decreasing our multiplier, which is a good thing. I think we can get rid of both. Let's get rid of both. Plus 11,000, we might lose some of this when we build these other two construction sectors. but we need these construction sectors. We need to start increasing our standard of living, because this is just embarrassing. Oh, man. Let's take a look at the infamy. Unfortunately, winning that war doesn't have any sort of effects like surviving a coalition or something like that, where we would expect to see, oh, I don't know, something with a decrease in aggressive expansion. Our increase in taxes looks like it's coming from incorporation, so these states are being incorporated, still 3 years. But you can see, I mean, we are getting some income tax rate is gradual, it's not a single step change, which is pretty nice, and I'm gonna try to resist integrating the stuff in the east. I want more migrants over there than we currently have. So let's try that. And, oh, man. This has been a roller coaster. Real roller coaster. Sugar, we need more sugar. We can import from Spain. Trade revenue after tariffs plus 3,000. Let's take it. It never really seems to translate directly. I don't really know why, but such is life. This is now negative again just because we have increased our production capabilities, but I think that's necessary at this point. We need a little bit of coffee. We need some sugars. Iron, luxury clothes. So let's do balance between the wheat farms because they're pretty quick to build. Let's get a couple more in Kiev. And then we need iron mines as well, and let's build... we could build in Saratov, I guess. So that won't... yeah, I mean, we're going a little bit up in standard of living, but this is just because people aren't actively dying anymore, which, I mean, it's something. We'll give the intelligentsia their due here and take a look at our government. 42.9% for the gentry, still a little bit stronger than I'd like. But we're doing what we can about it. It's going to be a slow thing, and that's the game anyway. And if we take a look at radicals, ever so slightly decreasing the rate of increase, which I'll settle for that for right now. We have a lot of bureaucracy. So let's take a look. We can go up to better law enforcement, which will decrease the radical gain as well. We can almost go up twice. Almost. Interesting that the bureaucracy required is ticking down. I don't really know why that is. Our population is going up, not down, so... I don't know. That's horrible population growth. Do we not have... we do have a healthcare system. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why that's so low. Let's take a look. I'll have to go into... here it is. Let's go to population. Upgrowth. Yeah, birth rate, mortality. Huh. Well, I thought we had better population growth than that earlier. Revolution. Preserve national supremacy. I don't want to fight against a revolution. Please, no. The Petit Bourgeois and the Orthodox Church are against us and they're angry. They'll only get to plus 56. So maybe it's worth it? Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. You know what? Let's take a look at agrarianism because I care about that law more. Traditionalism to agrarianism. Gentry Assembly opposes it, but not that much. So we should be fine. If we pass cultural exclusion, we should be okay, and then we can pass agrarianism, and we should be okay. So we'll take turns pissing people off for right now, but it steps in the right direction. That's all we're looking for. Tatars not wanted. Shopkeepers across all of Russia. Fine, fine, fine. No laws for anyone ever, because we cannot roll any laws, any law changes at all. I freaking hate it sometimes. You can get some games where every single, like, you'll get laws passing at 8%, 9%. That's just not what we can do right now. So let's go for agrarianism. This is our second time going for it. I hope it works. Well, that'll be all we've got for you guys today. Thank you all for hanging around, and we'll see you again real soon.